Hello fellow Star Wars fans, my name is Star Raptor. Welcome back to the channel. It's time to talk about some really interesting Star Wars comics that came out this week. Two action-packed comics that came out this week. First one comes to us from Marvel, and that is Star Wars issue number 36. This is called The Trial Run, written by Charles Soule, with artwork by guest artist Andrea Di Vito. I haven't noticed that moniker before of a guest artist because this is a one-shot kind of standalone issue in the series so far. We have this mission that Leia plans to get to the Emperor to kind of get him a little bit perturbed and rally up support for the Rebel Alliance, of course, between Empire and Return of the Jedi. She tasks Lando Calrissian to go on the Falcon with an entourage of 3 A-Wings to the capital city of the galaxy, Coruscant, the capital planet, to basically cause havoc and send a message to the Empire, to the free people of the galaxy to rise up. So it's very exciting. It's very cool. I like self-contained issues like this, self-contained stories where they mask their ship to get past the blockade in a bunch of fertilizer, and then they end up dropping the ship when they get past the blockade to fly in as fast as they can. Unfortunately, 2 of the pilots get killed, and then we have Nien Nunb. This is the origin story of the Nien Nunb Lando Calrissian relationship, because Nien Nunb is about to go down and they're in Coruscant, they're flying around, and Lando Calrissian is able to retrieve Nien Nunb mid-flight to get into the Falcon, and then that's where we see that Nien Nunb is able to help Lando co-pilot, because for whatever reason that's not clear. I guess Chewie hits his head or something, he can't fly. I don't exactly know what was happening there, but we ended up having a situation where Nien Nunb is getting, you know, the Falcon, the feel for the Falcon, and they fly out of there, and the damage they actually did was destroying the head of one of these golden statues of Palpatine himself at the Imperial Center, it looked like. So yeah, that was pretty cool. It's kind of like, why would Leia really risk this many lives? Hopefully it comes back to help them in the long run of things. We know Return of the Jedi, they have a much larger fleet. So I like this issue. It's pretty fun, and yeah, very good stuff there. It's the last issue, I believe, before we get into that big 4-month crossover, which is the Dark Droids crossover. Next up from Marvel, we're going back in time. We have a Yoda issue to talk about. This is part 9 of 10 of this maxi series, of course, written by Mark Guggenheim with artwork by Alessandro Miracola. And this is called Size Matters Not, Part 3, The Belly of the Beast. And that is quite literal, because last we left off, we have the Mega Droid factory that was destroyed by Anakin and Yoda. Unfortunately, one escaped. So we have Yoda, we have Anakin picking up in this issue. They're fighting against this very tall, very powerful droid that we've never seen the Separatist Alliance use before. And Yoda is saying, hey, size matters not. Exactly in this situation, he uses his wits to sneak into a control panel, gets inside the droid, and then the droid goes up to orbit, into space. And there's this big predicament where Anakin is in his Jedi Starfighter, kind of following near Yoda. Yoda dismantles this ship and jumps out into the vacuum in space. It is almost killed, but Anakin is able to retrieve him. And yeah, so we see the last of the Mega Droids get destroyed in orbit, and then we see a, you know, flash forward to the present time, where this is before I think Yoda actually meets Luke in Empire, and he actually has a nice conversation with Obi-Wan. That is the character that has been behind the curtain this entire time. We've seen the speech bubbles. We knew it was some kind of Force-sensitive character, and it's the obvious choice of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So there you have it. We have one more issue left for Yoda, but what did you think about the 2 issues that came out this week? I want to know. I want to talk about it with you guys. Let's talk about it in the comment section down below. I'm so close to my 2,000 subscriber goal, so make sure you have all your friends that like the Star Wars comics to follow and subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification icon, especially if you haven't and you have been watching these videos. Do go ahead. It helps out the channel a lot, and it makes it more visible for people that are very interested in the very topics that I talk about, Star Wars and other things. That's going to do it for me, Star Raptor. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Star Raptor.